Let's talk about the Vietnam War. It's a broad topic, so we'll focus on how propaganda shaped Vietnamese and American perception of the war. Early in the conflict, President Lyndon B. Johnson's approval ratings exceeded 70%, but cartoonist illustrations like these that portrayed him as an ineffectual international leader led to his approval falling to historic lows. From an American perspective, propaganda led to declining trust in government and influenced how Americans viewed the conflict and its leaders.
Another key aspect of Vietnamese propaganda during the Vietnam War was the inclusion of women as active combatants and supporters of the war effort. While some Vietnamese women became renowned for their military contributions, such as Dien Thi Van for her role as an intelligence officer, women in both North and South Vietnam contributed to the war effort by taking the places of husbands and sons in the home and in the workplace, building roads, keeping lookout for aircraft, and defending their villages with firearms. As such, many pieces of Vietnamese propaganda that depicted women typically portrayed them with rifles strapped to their backs. These depictions served to encourage women to play active roles in the Vietnamese war effort alongside their male counterparts.
The North Vietnamese government used propaganda to rally support for the war and drive Americans out of Vietnam. With the message, U.S. enemy, pay back this blood debt, this victim poster stirs duty and hatred, pushing men to join the military, defend their families, and stop the atrocities. This poster says Nixon the murderer, fueling hatred towards him. The yellow shadow that he casts are piles and piles of skulls of victims of U.S. attacks. The Vietnamese loved Ho Chi Minh, so his association with the war effort promoted men to join. The caption, Independence, Freedom, Peace, Friendship, declares his goals.
The aftermath of the Vietnam War flooded the American entertainment industry with movies such as Go Tell the Spartans, Apocalypse Now, and Hamburger Hill that all included gory portrayal and an examination of who the enemy was in this war. When we look at American films, the Vietnamese were portrayed with the stereotype of being Asian super soldiers, an enemy to be feared but also to be respected. This is a common artistic theme found in many of these films, which argues that the United States was doomed to lose the war from the start.
Propaganda in the Vietnam War. I